All right, to multiply two rational expressions, it's extremely similar to if we were to factor two rational expressions. So the first, or not factor, I'm sorry, simplify. So the first step is to factor the expressions. When we multiply fractions, we generally multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. But if we were to do that first, we would get in the numerator here, we get like x to the fourth. Same thing in the denominator here. The fractions, the polynomials would be so big that they would be difficult to factor later. So it's much easier if we factor them first. So this numerator here is x plus 3 times x plus 4. The denominator is x plus 3, x minus 3. Don't forget about that difference of two squares. This numerator on this side, x minus 3, x plus 1. And the denominator here, to get 6, 2, and 4. Okay, so as we can see here, now that everything's factored, we would multiply straight across. Now, when we multiply straight across, all we're really going to do, and in practice, I tend to skip this step, because all we're going to do is multiply all 4 factors in the numerator here, and then we'll have all 4 factors in the denominator. And again, we don't want to multiply them all together, because then the next step would just be to factor and simplify. So we're going to not, we're not going to do that step here. Okay, so we know that we're just multiplying straight across. And really, sometimes when I'm actually doing these problems, like I said, I kind of skip that step, and I even just kind of go whoop, and now I have one giant fraction. Okay, the next step is that we want to look for giant ones. Okay, so we want to make ones so that we can simplify this problem. Anywhere we're multiplying by 1, we don't actually need to be doing it. Okay, so if we look here, x plus 3 over x plus 3 makes 1. X plus 4 over x plus 4 makes 1. And x minus 3 over x minus 3 makes 1. So now we can see that all we are left with is x plus 1 over x plus 2. And that will be our final answer. Our restricted values are any numbers that would make the denominator equal to 0. So if x had been negative 3, this wouldn't have worked. It would not have been 1. If x had been negative 4, if x had been positive 3, and of course, if x were negative 2, the whole problem would not work out. Okay, so really this is exactly almost the same as if you were just simplifying a rational expression.